Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin the Comic Jabroni coming at you. Today I got a special video. Right here, I got a stack of 10 CGC graded books from my collection that I consider to be my favorites out of my whole collection. To find out what they are, you're just gonna have to stay tuned. Peace. So, welcome back. I know there's a little bit of a different setup, but I'm trying some new things out. Recording from over here, recording from over here. But like I said before the intro, this right here is 10 books out of my collection that have been CGC graded, and I consider to be my favorite covers or my favorite comics, stories, whatever it is. These are my favorite out of the 90 plus books that I have graded in my collection. They're not in any particular order. I've got some Marvel, I've got some DC, and I've got some IDW in there. So let's go ahead, start it off with the first one. That is going to be Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is number one. This is the 1 in 50 variant by Kevin Eastman. One of the reasons that it is my favorite, obviously I love Batman and I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So when you combine them together, man, you can't get any better than that. But on top of everything else, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to meet Kevin Eastman 2 years ago here in San Antonio, and I had him sign this book. And Eastman will do one little sketch drawing for you on one book that you bring in. So I had him sketch a Batman on there for me instead of doing a Turtles like he was doing for everybody else's. And I come to find out that this was the first time that he had drawn Batman for a comic book ever. So this is definitely one of my favorite books in the collection. They just recently came out with a movie, Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it is just an awesome book. Came back graded a 9.4, but signed by Kevin Eastman. So that's number one. Staying along with that signature meeting somebody in the comic book industry, this right here is Avengers number 500, guys. This is part of that disassembled. This is actually part one of the disassembled storyline. This is the story that got everything going in Marvel Universe that we know today. From this, we get the House of M. After that, you get that Secret Invasion. You get Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. I mean, everything spirals out of this. But what's special about this one for me is 3 years ago, I was able and fortunate enough again to meet Stan Lee. And I had him sign this book for me because this book right here, I've had in my collection since it came out way back in 2004, and it has traveled with me everywhere that I ever went when I was in the military. So it went from Fort Hood to Fort Drum to Germany, Korea. This book went everywhere with me, and I was so surprised to see that it came back as a 9.8. Next up on the list, guys, we're going to continue on with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This right here is number 44, guys. This is such a key issue. This is what got me back into collecting comics. When I heard that the Turtles were going to be killing off one of the Ninja Turtles, one of the four, I couldn't believe it. So this had me go back into a local comic shop, and for the first time in a long time, and I picked up issue number 44. Came back graded 9.6, which I'm okay with. There is a little ding on there, but the story is amazing. Everything after this, leading all the way up until issue 50, just amazing story. Artwork is great, and the way that they kill off Donatello is, kind of heart-wrenching, man. You feel for the Turtles, you feel for Splinter because that was one of their brothers. That's the son of Splinter, and it is just such a great story, guys. All right, next up, we got a DC book. You knew I had to have a DC book, and I've got more than just this one, but this one right here, it is special to me, and this is going to be Batman 251, guys. Awesome Neil Adams cover. This is a Joker appearance, but it is his first appearance back in during the Bronze Age of comics. This brings the Joker back into his sadistic style that we know today. Neil Adams, like I said, absolutely amazing work on Batman. And what's special about this one is that it is a Mark Jeweler variant. Very rarely do you see Mark Jeweler variants, and then for it to be a key issue like this one, it just puts it way above and beyond any of the other Batman 251s. Another big thing about Mark Jeweler variants, dropping some knowledge on you, is they usually come in newsstand covers, right? So newsstands, you'll have the barcode, but the two little barcodes at the end. Well, this one doesn't have a barcode on it at all, which just makes it that much more rare, guys. I absolutely love this Batman 251. So let's continue on with the Batman. Keep going on with Neal Adams covers, and this is a must own for any Batman fan, and it is a must have for me on my top 10 favorite CGC covers for me, and that is Batman 227. This is the homage to Detective Comics 31. Neal Adams goodness again. Absolutely love this cover with Batman looming over that haunted mansion there. You know, he's such a badass. I absolutely love this cover. If you guys have been following me for a little bit, you know that I just recently got this one back from CGC because it used to be in a CBCS case. And I didn't like the look of it in a CBCS case, so I had it sent back to CGC so they could regrade it and reslab it, and it just, to me, looks so much better in one of these cases, guys. Let me know what you think. All right, next up, another Ninja Turtles, guys. You know, my list has to have plenty of Ninja Turtle books, and this is one that a lot of people don't really know about. I remember telling a few people about it, and they're thinking, "Man, I never heard of that book before." But this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 13 from Image Comics. Back when Image owned the rights to Turtles back in the 90s, they came out with this series, and this one right here, number 13, this cover is awesome. You got Raphael dressed up as the Shredder, and in this story, Raphael actually takes the helm of the Shredder and becomes the leader of the Foot Clan. It is an amazing story. I knew I had to have this graded because I wanted to put it up on the wall and just showcase it off to anybody that comes by and looks, and comes into the man cave and sees this. Absolutely love this cover. Down here in the bottom, you can see that his fists, they got blood on them. I mean, it was a battle to be the new leader of the Foot Clan, guys. Absolutely love this cover. All right, guys, next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man 539. I dig this cover. This is the second print variant to this issue. And one of the main reasons I had this slabbed is because when I met Stan Lee, I took two books with me. The first one I got signed by him, sent off to get graded, and this book right here, I actually took a picture with Stan Lee while I was holding this comic. Again, this is one that I've owned since the very beginning, since 2007, and it has traveled with me all over the world whenever I would get transferred from one unit to the next. So it went with me while I was in the Army. Absolutely love this cover. Black suit Spider-Man, that is my favorite suit that he wears. So anyways, guys, this is Spider-Man 539. Next up, we do have a Batman book. This is Batman 635. This is the first appearance of the Red Hood, or Jason Todd as the Red Hood. I just recently, maybe in the past 5 months, got this back from CGC. Absolutely love this story, right? This Under the Red Hood story. Batman doesn't know who is the new Red Hood, who is taking over all the criminal organizations in Gotham. This story is amazing. Absolutely love this artwork. The cover is done by Matt Wagner. Really looks like a painting, guys. Absolutely love that. Love this action scene on there. Batman 635. For any of you that don't know, there is a much more rare copy of this that is a newsstand copy. This is the direct edition. So if you're out there and you find Batman 635 newsstand for, like, if you find it for the price of what you would pay for direct, pick it up, guys, because that right there goes for double what a direct edition goes for, guys. So bam. All right, so this is number 9 on my list of the 10, and this has to be Ultimate Fallout number 4, guys. Oh my god, first appearance of Miles Morales in comic books. This is the first print edition. I have made a speculation video. I'm going to post that right there. I have made a video on the speculation value and gains to be had with Miles Morales, and how there is a second print of this book, and there are actually 2 different covers to that. But in this book, you get your first glimpse of Miles Morales. This is during that Ultimate Fallout where Peter Parker, spoiler, dies, passes away. So definite. Had to have Ultimate Fallout number 4. So glad to actually get this for cheap. I was able to acquire this before it actually blew up. Now, you know, a raw copy of Ultimate Fallout 4 is probably above $100, you know, and I got it at less than 20 bucks. So thankfully I was able to get it. Super hard to find this in a higher grade because it comes polybagged, and a lot of times those poly bags will damage comic books if they're left in there for too long, guys. So Ultimate Fallout number 4. Bam. And the last book on my list, number 10. This was one of the first Ninja Turtle books that I got when I got back into collecting comics. And the list, you know, wouldn't be the same without it finishing it out and rounding it out with a Turtles book. This is Raphael number 1. It's a one-issue miniseries book, a one-shot. Raphael number 1 from 1985. This is the first appearance of Casey Jones, guys. This is such an amazing book. Absolutely love. One of my favorite characters in Turtles is Casey Jones. Absolutely loved it in the first original movie, in the comics, in the cartoons. Absolutely love Casey Jones and the way that he just uses, you know, sports equipment to beat up the bad guys, right? He always had the hockey stick, or he had the baseball bat, even the golf club that I remember he used in the movie. I absolutely thought that was just amazing, guys. So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael number 1, Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird. Goodness, guys, absolutely love this book. I'm so happy to get it in my collection. 8.0, which is fine. These are a little harder to find in higher grade because of the black cover. And it is in a magazine-sized edition, right? It is not the size of a regular comic book, as you can see there. It is bigger. So absolutely love that. That is number 10 on my list. So guys, thanks for watching the video. This, like I said, has been my top 10 favorite covers and stories and comic books that have been graded by CGC. Stay tuned. I'm going to drop another video where I do my top 10 comics that aren't graded out of my 2,000 plus collection of comic books. That'll be coming up soon. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, think about hitting that subscribe button, guys, and hitting that bell notification. Dropping videos every week, 2 to 3 videos a week. And hit that like button, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know, what graded books do you have in your collection and which ones are your favorites? So until next time, guys, I've been Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, coming at you. Peace.